Hello and welcome to Stoke on Trent College's 2020 Remembrance Service. This is going to be a Remembrance service with a slight difference, as are many things in this year due to coronavirus, but our students and our staff have put in a huge amount of effort to make sure that this service still goes ahead. It's very important to us at the college that the students and staff are involved in things like this to remind us of the sacrifice that others have made and to give our learners a broader understanding of the world. So it is with great honour that we get to do this, and we are really pleased that you're able to join in our service, and that we hope that you really enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Good morning and welcome to Stoke on Trent College Remembrance Service. During this time, we're going to be thinking about those who have passed in wars long gone, and also wars which are presently happening. Right now, for many of us, it feels that we are in a degree of conflict where things are deeply uncertain and we're not sure when things are going to end. However, my thinking is this, is that during a time such as this, if we are brave enough and we have the courage to recall the sacrifices that many have made, we may be able to find hope that will propel us into a better future. So today, there'll be silence. Today, there will be thoughts. Today will be the sound of a bugle that will somehow transport us back to a time in which we never were. But equally, many of our ghosts still exist. Let us not forget, for it can lead to a deep ungratefulness, which won't give us the courage and the strength that we need in the days and months ahead. But let us remember, with a pride not built on arrogance, but a pride that is built on the blood and the sacrifice and the lives of the women and men who stood up for who we could truly be.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the lark still bravely singing flies scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw, the torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
We've heard the word many times, unprecedented. We've heard it bandied about on our mobile phones to our TV screens. And somehow the power of that word has certainly been lost. And during this time, we've then been thrust into the things that we wish to have done normally. We look forward to Christmas and we despair as to why we may not be able to do the same things before. Grandparents haven't been able to hug their grandchildren. People haven't been able to go to church, go and watch a football match, hang out with father or son, mother or daughter, cousin, niece, nephew, aunt. The things that have bound us together have somehow been ripped apart with that which we cannot see. And yet in the midst of that, we are called to remember. We are called to think about what's gone on before. There have been comparisons, undoubtedly, between this particular time and equally the time that many of our forefathers lived in. We want to look back on an inspirational time and maybe draw on their strength, maybe listen to the ghosts and the whispers that may seep through our minds. However, as much as we can have a parallel of that time, we are called to remember who they were rightly, because they stood up for the values that make us the country, not just what we are, but actually more importantly, the country we can be. And the reality is this: while this is a struggle, this is an opportunity to reflect, to think, to reboot, to review who we are, and to ask the question, in a moment and a time such as this, are we going to flounder, or are we going to stand and be a nation far better than the one that we were when we entered this? Are we going to be a nation that will actually look after those that are close to us? Are we going to be a nation that will actually review and understand the value of human life? Not necessarily by what we can accumulate, but what we can connect with. Those that have gone before, to some degree, we want to make sure they didn't die for nothing. Because as they walked over the fields of the Somme, in Flanders in France, and as bullets rained upon them, their maybe deepest wish was to be back home by the fire, or sitting in a pub, or maybe going down to watch their favourite footballer. Maybe as those wives and children were at home, not knowing if dad or uncle or brother would ever return, they had to continue to wash the clothes, to cook the dinner, and to make sure everything is all right. We cannot let that be in vain. So the call upon us is granted. We are in a tough time. But you know what? Most of us as individuals have made very powerful journeys to be the people we are. Let's not allow those powerful journeys to be left on the shore of fear, but let us inject ourselves with hope. Let's not furlough our souls, because the reality is that we will get past this. And as one wonderful singer sang, a woman not born too far from where I am from, said, we will meet again. But she also added, we don't know where and we don't know when, but we will meet again someday. Let that be our injection. Do not vaccinate that with fear, but let us inject ourselves with the hope that that which has gone before is something we can stand on, something we can look towards, and something that we can face. We all have more to offer than what we believe. So let this be an opportunity to find out the diamonds that are within each and every one of us. Because there are diamonds that fell on those lands in France and right across the world. And there's many that are still doing it right now. Let it not be in vain, my friends, my family, my people. But let us, on the blood of those who have gone before, stand free, stand hopeful, stand ready to face the present and to walk into the future. It's wonderful that we've been able to gather here today. And on behalf of myself and on Stoke College, I want to thank all those who have taken part and made this what it is. This is very, very different. And we hope that one day we'll be able to gather again, even if we are 2 or 3 meters apart. But in the meantime, we want to thank all those who are sitting and listening to this, the college for putting it on, the students who to some degree are fighting their own war to become the people they need to be. We want to thank those behind the camera, those you don't see, the people that in some kind of mysterious way actually make these things happen. And sometimes the only reason you see people like me is because there's 10,000 people behind me holding me up, but you can't see them. Just like the ghosts that we honor on this very day. So thank you very much. Even though this remembrance is different, it allows us, dare I say it, to be different. To remember in a way that is not necessarily held hostage by how we've done it before, but in a fresh and a new and vital way, with vitality that should infuse us with hope. So thank you to Stoke College, to our veterans, to you that are listening. Take some time out, enjoy your silence, and let the ghosts of the past speak as they encourage you to live into your future. Thank you very much.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the growing down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, we will remember them.